first song I wrote about the shipyard last, so after I wrote the first song, I got invited to participate in a pretty cool play. The Gaslight Tour started performing on this stage in 2023, and a friend of mine, Kathy Felice, had written a play about the closing of the shipyard. And while they were rehearsing their lines and that, and I was just kind of sitting over there, and I played a couple of songs during this one-act performance. But then I started digging into the history of the shipyard. That was really the thing that got me going. As I was poking around online, I came across this great story about a fellow by the name of Barry Underdown. And Barry was born in Collingwood, grew up in Collingwood, worked at the shipyard. His dad worked at the shipyard. His uncles and cousins worked at the shipyard, as kind of was the case. It was a blue-collar town, and it was a family town, and this was the biggest industry in town, and they all worked here. Barry's story was that he lived in the house that used to be Ashanti Coffee, and he would hear the shift whistle from the shipyard blow consistently every day, and he was lamenting the fact that he never hears the shift whistle blow anymore, and so I thought that was kind of a cool opportunity to write a song, and one of the people in the play, Geoff's mother, grew up on a dairy farm over on a property which is now Cranberry Estates, and she was telling Geoff that she would look out her window at night, her bedroom window, and she would see the sparks flying over at the shipyard across the bay. And so it was just like the imagery was kind of cool. So I worked that in as well. I hope you enjoy it. It's called Let the Shift Whistle Blow. Started building ships in Collingwood, 1882. For better than a century, it's all some families knew. Many generations, all working in the yard. That's why the closing of the dry docks hit the town so hard. Used to hear the ship whistle blow 6 times a day. At night you could see the sparks clear across the bay. Every night was like a fireworks display. I said, Lord, let that whistle blow just one more time today. Started in the shipyard at the age of 17. The week I finished high school, my father got me in. My mother said, son, stay in school. I wish I'd have listened then. Now I'm on the unemployment line with 1,000 other men. I used to hear the ship whistle blow 6 times a day. At night you could see the sparks clear across the bay. Every night was like a fireworks display. I said, Lord, let that whistle blow just one more time today. Sing along if you know the words. We froze our asses in the winter and we baked in the summer sun. 200 ships had been produced by the time the yard was done. The sound of hammers on launch day today. At night you could see the sparks clear across the bay. Every night was like fireworks display. I said, Lord, let that whistle blow just one more time today. 100 years of history was